Have you ever had challenges with packing for a trip? This used to challenge me a lot in the past because I would always overpack, not pack the right pieces, or forget something altogether. So, today I'm going to share my three essential tips for effortless travel packing. Let's get into it. My first tip is to create a travel capsule wardrobe. Now, the best way to do this is to clear some space in your wardrobe or get a clothing rack and pick out all the pieces that you intend on taking on your trip. Choose those pieces that are going to mix and match well, create a multitude of outfits with only a few pieces. And I also recommend sticking to a neutral color palette and adding pops of color. What that will do is it will help maximize the outfit creations that you can make. And the pops of color will add fun and a bit of variation, but you're still going to be able to get the maximum wear out of your travel capsule. The other thing that you may want to consider is the types of activities that you'll be doing during your trip. Now, one mistake that I used to make was not packing the appropriate footwear. And there have been times in the past where I've packed a lot of nice looking dress shoes. However, I've been walking 20,000 steps or so in the city and dress shoes or sandals won't cut it. So think about the activities that you'll be doing during your trip and make sure that you've got the appropriate pieces that are really going to serve you during your trip as well. Now, when it comes to examples of a capsule wardrobe, if you're considering something like a city break, so most of the time you'll be spending in a large city, you might want to consider packing some comfortable walking shoes, a versatile dress that can be dressed up or dressed down, some dark jeans or trousers, a mix of casual and dressier tops, a blazer or a light jacket, a crossbody bag or a backpack, and something a little bit dressy as well for the evening. So this is an example of a capsule wardrobe that you may want to pack for more of a city break. So if you're going on a business trip, a capsule wardrobe might look like having a few blouses or shirts, a blazer, trousers, any skirts, a versatile dress, neutral colored sweaters or cardigans, any accessories to change up your looks, such as jewelry, and some comfortable dress shoes. So these are just examples of a capsule wardrobe. I do recommend taking photos of your pieces styled because that way you'll just be able to refer to your phone once you reach your destination if you're stuck on any outfit combinations. The other tip I have is utilizing packing cubes. Now, this is something recent for me because before I just used to fold everything in my suitcase, but I did find that it would get quite messy and sometimes I'd even forget the pieces that I packed. So having packing cubes is really helpful because you'll be able to pack things by category. And I love packing my pieces together. For example, I'll group all my tops together, all my outwear together, trousers, for example. So that really helps me in terms of being cognizant of what I've packed and making sure that I don't overpack because I probably don't need 4 pairs of pants for a trip that's only going to be a week long. It will also help with just having some organization in your suitcase as well and reducing some of the clutter. You can also use packing cubes for shoes, your bags, toiletries, and your electronics. So it can be quite a good thing to have, especially if you travel a lot. Now, when you reach your destination, always take out all your clothing and hang them if you can, because not only will this help air them out, but you'll also be able to see everything that you have in one place. So it'll be easier to make sure that you actually wear what you bring and you'll be able to mix and match much more easily. The last tip I have is utilizing the 5-4-3-2-1 packing rule. So, what that entails is packing 5 tops, 4 bottoms, 3 pairs of pants, 2 accessories, and 1 wild card item. So, what this does is it really helps us create a balanced and versatile travel wardrobe. Now, you can adapt this based on your trip length or your trip type, but just having this as a base will be able to really help you create that minimal wardrobe that's going to really stretch for you when you're traveling. Because the last thing that we want to do is overpack and have pieces in our suitcase that we never end up actually wearing. What I love to do when I'm traveling is bring a coat because Melbourne's always cold. And every time I travel somewhere warm and come back to Melbourne, I want to be warm. So, what I do is I wear my coat because it's always the heaviest item in my wardrobe. So, what I'll do is I'll wear my coat to the plane. And then once I get into the plane, I'll either put it in my carry on or on the overhead locker. So, in summary, when it comes to packing for your next trip, consider the power of the capsule travel wardrobe. Have a look at the 5-4-3-2-1 method and see if that will work for you. And consider investing in some really good packing cubes because they're going to serve you well for a really long time. And remember, it's all about making sure your wardrobe serves you on your trip and bringing those pieces that are going to make you feel really good and also are appropriate for the destination that you're visiting. I always like to check the weather before I go, think about all the activities that I will be doing during my time there, making sure that I always have a jacket or some sort of outwear in case it gets cold, and packing comfortable shoes because I know that I'll be doing a lot of walking during my trip. So, making sure that I have comfortable footwear is probably the most important thing to me these days, which is a far cry from how I used to be in my 20s, where I'd pack the best looking shoes in my wardrobe. But now, into my 30s, it's definitely about comfort. I hope this episode has helped you reduce the overwhelm when it comes to packing for your next trip. I do have a free capsule travel packing guide that you can get from my website. I'll make sure that I leave it in the show notes. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week, and I will catch you soon. Bye.